There's this silent epidemic that's hitting men pretty hard, and it's not something we talk about nearly enough. It's this vital force, this energy that so many guys are losing day by day. And the craziest part? Most of them don't even realize it's happening. I'm talking about testosterone, and in this explainer, we're going to get right into why it's dropping off a cliff for so many, and more importantly, exactly what you can do about it. I mean, this quote just nails it, right? It puts everything into perspective. We're not just talking about getting big in the gym. No, testosterone is like the biological architect for so much of what makes a man, from the way you look to that internal fire, that ambition that makes you want to get up and conquer the day. And this is the number that should really get your attention. Research is showing that, on average, men's testosterone levels are falling by about 1% every single year. Now, 1% might not sound like a huge deal, but think about that, compounding over a decade or two. It's a slow, steady drain happening to millions of men. So, the big question is, what on earth is causing this? Okay, so let's dive right in. We're about to pull back the curtain on 5 super common, everyday habits that are just acting as silent testosterone killers. A lot of this stuff is so baked into our modern lives, you might not even recognize it as a problem. But trust me, it's taking a toll. First up, the sedentary trap. Look, in a world of endless scrolling, video games, and sitting at a desk all day, we are just not moving like we used to. And this lack of physical activity is screaming a very clear message to your body. It's saying, hey, we don't need strength right now. We don't need muscle. And your body, which is all about efficiency, just responds by dialing down the production of the very hormone that builds them. Next, let's talk about the dopamine cycle. Those constant, easy hits of pleasure from things like porn and over-masturbation. They can actually put your brain into this low drive state. I mean, think about it. If pleasure is that easy to get, why would your body bother pushing you to achieve real-world goals? Your ancient reward system is basically being hijacked by modern tech, and your hormones are paying the price. All right, this next one might sound a little weird, but stick with me. Heat. See, your testicles are actually designed to work best at a temperature that's a little cooler than the rest of your body. It's why they are where they are. So simple things like wearing tight pants all the time, taking super long hot showers, or even just resting a warm laptop on your lap, all that excess heat can directly mess with testosterone production. And then we've got this huge modern problem: plastics. A lot of the plastics we use every day have chemicals in them, like BPA. And what these things do is they basically mimic estrogen once they get inside your body. The equation here is really simple, and it's not good. The more of this fake estrogen you have in your system, the less testosterone you're going to have. And finally, of course, we've got to talk about what's on our plates. Junk food, tons of sugar, processed seed oils, they're a triple threat. They spike your insulin, they create inflammation all over your body, both of which are proven to just crush testosterone. And on top of that, having too much body fat is a major issue because fat tissue literally has an enzyme in it that turns your precious testosterone into estrogen. Okay, so that was all the bad news, but here's the really good news. You have a ton of control here. This is not a losing battle. We can absolutely turn this ship around, and we're going to start with the most fundamental thing of all: your diet. To build anything, you need the right raw materials, right? Well, think of these 3 micronutrients: zinc, magnesium, and vitamin D as the essential building blocks for testosterone. Without these pillars in place, your body's hormonal factory just can't run at full steam. And here's the simple game plan for getting them. For zinc, you want to be eating whole foods like eggs, red meat, and pumpkin seeds. For magnesium, you can get it from nuts, more pumpkin seeds, and yeah, even some high-quality dark chocolate. And for vitamin D, well, the best source is totally free. Just get outside for about 15 to 20 minutes in the morning sun. All right, with our nutrition foundation set, let's build on that. Let's talk about some other actionable lifestyle changes that can give you a really powerful boost and get your hormonal health back on track. Just take a look at the difference here between 2 types of cardio. It's kind of night and day, right? Long, slow jogging can sometimes raise cortisol. That's your body's main stress hormone. And as we're about to see, cortisol is a direct enemy of testosterone. On the flip side, short, explosive exercises like sprinting, well, they trigger a huge testosterone spike. It's your body's way of adapting to that insane intensity. So here's a super simple but incredibly potent workout plan. Keep lifting those weights, but make sure you're adding in some explosive movements. A killer sprinting protocol is to go all out, full power for 30 seconds. Then you rest for 2 full minutes and just repeat that for 3 sets. It's tough, but man, it sends a powerful signal to your body to ramp up testosterone. Next up, let's talk about something you probably don't think about much: what's in your water. It might be kind of shocking to hear, but your tap water can actually be a hidden source of chemicals and microplastics that mess with your hormones. Just like the BPA we talked about, these things can act like estrogen in your body, directly working against everything you're trying to achieve. The solution here is pretty straightforward. You've just got to be more mindful about your water. It is absolutely worth it to get a high-quality filter or grab some clean bottled mineral water when you can. And always, always, store it in glass or stainless steel bottles to avoid those chemicals leaching in from plastic. Now, we absolutely have to talk about stress. See, when you're chronically stressed out, your body's just pumping out this hormone called cortisol. And you can think of cortisol and testosterone as direct rivals. They're made from the same hormonal building blocks. So when your cortisol is high, it's literally stealing the raw materials your body needs to make testosterone. So managing that stress is absolutely key. And check this out. This shows just how powerful exercise can be. A single good workout at the gym can slash your stress levels by up to 40%. A few other amazing tools: just walking in nature, meditation, or even some simple focused breathing exercises. So we've covered diet, exercise, your environment, but there is one final and maybe the most crucial ingredient that ties this all together. And for this one, we have to move beyond the physical and into the mind. We're talking about the undeniable power of purpose. This is what we'll call the purpose principle. Look, a life without a clear mission, it leads to apathy, to a lack of drive. But when you have something that you are genuinely striving for, a business to build, a skill to master, a body to achieve, your body chemistry literally changes. Your body responds to that mental drive with more motivation, and yes, with more testosterone. So we'll end with this thought. All the diet tips, all the workout plans in the world, they're just tools. Your purpose is the engine. It's the why. It's the reason you get up and do the hard things in the first place. So the real question to take away from all this is, what's your mission? What's the goal that's going to drive you tomorrow?